All right, so a student asked me to go over this question. It's from Active Learning, Aktiv Chemistry. So it reads, so you got a fuel tank, 22.3 gallons of capacity, and it mentions that you have a density of gasoline. It gives 0.8206 grams per milliliter, a little bit less dense than water. And it's asking what is the mass in kilograms of gasoline if you were to fill your tank completely, a full tank. All right, so they give you a volume of gallons, but they want a mass in kilograms. All right, I always like to make a mental note or even a written note of what they give me and what they really want. I'm especially curious for what they really want. So they want kilograms, they want a mass. So I think a problem like this is good to write a unit plan down. So this is what I came up with, right? They gave us gallons, that's our start. And that starting amount, that often will confuse students right off the bat. You're gonna want to usually look for something that has just one unit. It's a measured quantity. I like to think of it as something you can hold. Mass, you can hold mass in your hand. Volume, you can hold space in your hand. But it's typically going to have like one unit, like a speed where it has like miles per hour or meters per second, kilometers an hour. Those have two units. It's a rate, it's a ratio. That sometimes is your starting amount, but it's not always. Okay, you usually look for that one unit thing. All right, so they gave us gallons, and then we had to get to kilograms somehow. All right, so I came up with this plan in my brain. Maybe at first it looked kind of like that. All right, and so I had to figure out how do I go from there to there. Okay, so any conversions involving the metric system, that's depending on the view of your instructor, that may or may not be like provided. For me, I argue in my classes that those are provided by you and your knowledge of the metric system. So you should be able and ready to do any metric conversion. All right. For me, the main first piece of information that I really hone in on is this density right here. Right? They give that density, and what I really like about that density is it's grams per milliliter, which means it allows us to change out of the volume world and go to a mass-based unit, okay? And going from volume to mass to me is the key in this problem. For me, changing between other volume units or other mass units, I consider that busy work, or it's just changing the way the unit is. That can be done. But this is for me like the key piece of information. Okay. And something like this, like maybe this the other hard part of the problem is this is not a conversion some of us are used to. I know I had to look this one up. Maybe buy a gallon of milk or something, or a gallon of water. You see something like that, but I had to look that one up. So maybe not really routine there, but I like this conversion because gallons and liters are both like bigger amounts of water or like medium amounts of water. And so I like to kind of just stay in that medium zone. And then I like to then use a metric conversion to go from a bigger volume unit to a smaller volume unit. Then having things in milliliters allows me to use this density to go from milliliters to grams for the gasoline. And once I'm in grams, then I can do the busy work of changing grams to the unit they wanted, which was kilograms. All right, so hopefully that unit plan helps. This is how I'm going to approach the problem. If you had found a conversion factor for gallons and milliliters directly, I guess that could be another option as well. Skip a step. Me personally, I don't always try to like skip steps. I like to have a process I can feel and understand. All right, so let's do this problem. We'll do it in the Aktiv program app, whatever you're using. So All right, so you can drag things from the bottom. You can also drag things from the problem statement, okay, using your finger or your mouse. So without thinking, I like to just put that first starting amount in, okay? And we might need more than one conversion factor. Here, let me just hit reset. This is usually how your problem ends up looking. If you're wondering, oh, how do I get those other conversion factors? Just click that. Oh, you don't need some. Let's say I had something in there. Oh, I don't want it. You can just click it, hit delete. So I don't really know what I need yet, so I'm not going to bother to add other things yet. I know that whatever my last conversion factor is, it's going to end up needing kilograms at the top because that's a unit I want. All right, so let's do this. 22.3 gallons. All right, and then following my unit plan, I need to get rid of gallons. And then I decided I would go to liters first. All right, so I have too many monitors, so I'm like, which one should I look at? All right, and so looking at my paper, I had 3.785 liters in 1 gallon. So that 3.785, clicked the wrong thing. There we go. Hopefully my microphone's still picking me up. I'll put my head like this. No, it was the other way around. Around 3.785 liters for 1 gallon. All right. Liters is not what I want, so I'm going to add another factor. Cool. All right. I need to cancel liters, so I'll just put that there immediately. And the active app, it's nice. Just kind of shows that cancel as you go along. And I said I was going to go to milliliters as my next step. All right. There are 1,000 milliliters in 1 liter. Okay. I suppose you could have done like that instead. I call that like the shrink ray approach. Whatever floats your boat. 1,000. All right. Add a new factor, and now I want to go from milliliters to liters, or excuse me, milliliters to grams. Okay. And when they have like ratio units, like a grams over milliliters, if I go like that, it'll just put it like that. If I put it at the bottom, then it would put the milliliters at the top. All right, you can see that doesn't cancel. All right, the 0.8206 is tied with the grams. Put a 1 there. All right. When I'm in a web browser doing the active homework, I often like to make the screen larger. But looks like I'm gonna have to zoom out a little bit. Add another factor. Kilograms. I wish I could just drag that there and it would copy. Yeah, I just stole it. It didn't copy it. All right, so I'll just put a grams there. And 2 plus 2 is 4. The sky is blue. And 1,000 grams are in a kilogram. All right. If you're on your phone or you don't want to zoom, you can just click and drag here to scroll around. That's another option. All right, I'm ready for my answer. And there's no in-app calculator. Yeah, so I'm going to just type this. All right. So let me do my numerator, 22.3 times 3.785 times 1,000 times 0.8206 times, you can put that 1 if you want, divide, open the parentheses, 1 times 1 times 1 times 1,000, close parentheses for the bottom, the denominator. All right. Hit enter, 69.26, yada yada. And let me go back to the screen. All right. So often with these conversion problems, the number of sig figs in is equal to the number of sig figs out. So 22.3 has 3 sig figs, and typically conversion factors are considered exact. There's some exceptions to that. So let me go through these one by one. 3.785 liters is 1 gallon, so I don't have to worry about that. 1,000 milliliters, this is a pure mathematical definition, is 1 liter. Same with this kilogram to grams, that's metric system, so that's exact. Now this is a measurement, a density is a measurement, so this has 4 sig figs, so I do have to keep that in mind. But 4 is more than 3 anyway, so I don't have to care about that. All right, so I just look for the answer. 69.3 would be the correct rounding here. And it asks for kilograms. All right, and then I have to click show answer. I keep clicking the wrong screen. There we go. Okay, or for me, the teacher says so show answer. For y'all, you have to do like submit answer or something. And there we go. All right, what if I had flipped something? What if I had like, oh, I have to hit done here. Hang on, let me reset it. All right, so I just want to show what happens in case you do something wrong in the platform. So let's say for some reason I had 1,000 kilograms being equal to 1 gram, even though it's supposed to be the other way around. So I do the math in my calculator and I get this sort of answer. All right. So, oh, whoops. So I'm in teacher mode, so it just showed me that. But you would get a feedback, something like this. Your ratio between kilograms and grams and your fourth conversion factor is incorrect. Remember, da 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 da. Okay. And reconsider, so on and so forth. And so, yeah, do pay attention to that feedback as you use the platform. It'll help you navigate and kind of troubleshoot on your own sometimes of where you can fix things. So, nice feature there. All right, hope this helps, and thanks for the suggestion, and take care. See ya.